Turns out Sunday became a bonus day on the weekend, Frank. All that rain and freezing rain moved through overnight Saturday instead.
Yeah, it was great. And yesterday we cleared out the skies, got into the sunshine. A little bit on the breezy side yesterday, but overall, pretty good-looking Sunday. Good-looking day today. Sunrise this morning's at 7 a.m. It's going to set at 6:01, and through the day today, lots of sunshine. As we can take a look across the city this morning, we have nothing but clear skies, and we can see that as we work our way through the afternoon. There's a look at 4:30 this afternoon. No worries of active weather today. No worries of active weather through tomorrow. The next risk will be on your Wednesday evening. Temperatures, we're going to be above seasonal. This time of year, we should be closer to about +1. Right now, we're at the freezing mark already this morning. We have -1 into Peterborough, freezing mark into Bancroft. Very similar conditions over to Goderich and over to the east of us as well. Let's factor in some winds this morning. I want you to dress for a wind chill around -5. As I mentioned, your high today, 9 degrees. Tomorrow up to 12, 10 as well on Wednesday. Wednesday, that's the next chance. We'll see a building cloud cover through the afternoon, and then a little bit of some wet weather, possibly some mixing Wednesday night into Thursday. Thursday, the 1st of March, it's going to be wet, it's going to be windy. So a little bit of both of column A and column B. A little lamb in terms of temperatures, but a little bit of a line with the winds and the wet weather. And then a morning mix into Friday. Through the weekend right now, it looks like daytime highs right around 3 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Road conditions this morning, you can't blame the weather. Carry over to you.
Absolutely not. You can only blame the drivers, right? Yeah. Eastbound on the 401, that said, we have a collision right now, East 401. It's east of the Allen and the Express, and it is on the shoulder, but it looks like MTO crews just arrived on the scene right now to help with getting the vehicles hooked up to the tows and out of there. So they do have that left lane blocked now, but just a minor delay is what we're seeing right now on the eastbound 401 as you head through that stretch. There's a look at some delays. Westbound 401 across the city, it's just filling in through Scarborough and South 404 Don Valley Parkway. Just a minor drag as you head from Finch down to about Lawrence right now. The eastbound Gardiner still looking pretty good as you head into downtown. In town in the Jane and Eglinton area, there is a closure of East Drive. It's shut down in both directions between Scarlett and Brendwin, and that is all because of a broken water main. All right, Mel, I'll send it back downstairs to you.
All right, so some tense moments at Toronto SickKids Hospital after going into lockdown overnight due to some serious security concerns. Police were scouring the area of Girardin University for hours, and that's where we find our Tammy Sutherland live this morning. Tammy, the scene quiet now, but what can you tell us about what happened?
Well, it started just after 11 o'clock last night. Toronto police putting out a tweet saying that there is a heavy police presence in the area of University and Gerrard. That's right here at SickKids Hospital. And then there were police that were spotted around the hospital, surrounding every entrance, heavily armed officers as well with rifles seen around the hospital itself. Now, some parents as well obviously very concerned about what was going on, what exactly that safety concern was. Well, Toronto police have confirmed that the hospital was put into lockdown. However, at this point, they haven't said exactly why. Now, this morning even, here outside the emergency entrance and exit of the emergency room, there were the gates that were down all night long. And while we were here at about 5 o'clock this morning, an ambulance that had to get inside actually had to get the gates opened up. And then once the ambulance went through, the gates again came down. I have confirmed with security here that that is something that doesn't normally happen. That was the result of the lockdown that was put into place. Now, we don't know whether or not this is related, but we have confirmed with Calgary police that Alberta's Children's Hospital was also put into a brief lockdown at about the same time last night, and that was due to a weapons call. Now, at this point, we don't know whether or not that is related to the call here in Toronto. We have put in the request for more information on why this lockdown here was called into place. We'll bring that information to you as soon as we have it. For now, Mel, it's back to you.
All right, Tammy, thank you so much for that. The roadway has reopened in the last half hour after a shooting in the city's entertainment district that has sent one man to hospital. Now, the injury is not considered to be life-threatening. This happened just before 3 a.m. near King and Portland. The roadway, again, as mentioned, Portland between King and Adelaide was closed off for some hours. It has since reopened. So far, no word on suspects. Well, Patrick Brown's people say despite the rumors, he is not leaving the race to head up the PC party. He abruptly quit as party leader on the 24th of January in the face of allegations of inappropriate sexual activity with two women a decade ago. But the 39-year-old has since rejoined the race. There had been speculation over the past 24 hours that he was considering dropping out over the negative coverage. Also, rumors the pressure was starting to get to his family and friends, but his reps insist that the Barrie area MPP not going anywhere. To the courts now, convicted killers Dylan Millard and Mark Smich will be back today to find out whether they will serve consecutive or concurrent sentences in the deaths of Laura Babcock and Tim Bosma. The two appearing in front of a judge this afternoon. They're going to learn whether they will be eligible for parole in 25 or 50 years. Millard and Smich were found guilty last year of killing Babcock and burning her body in 2012. They were already serving life in prison for the death of Tim Bosma, who disappeared in 2013. His partial remains found days later in an incinerator on Millard's farm. Millard will now face another first-degree murder trial, this time for the death of his father. That trial gets underway in April. And another sentencing hearing today, this one for David Livingston, Dalton McGuinty's former chief of staff. Livingston was found guilty last month of criminal charges for wiping government computers of information following the cancellation of 2 gas-fired power plants. This is back in 2013. The Crown is asking for jail time. Livingston could face a sentence of up to 10 years.